For most of history, strange creatures have been seen in the quiet corners of New England. Stories of sea serpents, horned beasts, and shadowy figures wandering the woods have been whispered for generations. But in the spring of 1977, something new appeared, something that didn't fit into any legend or any species known to science. They called it the Dover Demon. Dover, Massachusetts, a small town west of Boston, population just over 5,000. Tree-lined roads, colonial homes, quiet neighborhoods where everyone knew everyone. The kind of place where nothing ever really happened until one April night, when 4 teenagers saw something they would never forget. It was just after 10:30 p.m. on April 21st, 1977. 17-year-old Bill Bartlett was driving down Farm Street with 2 friends. The headlights swept across an old stone wall, and that's when Bill saw it. A small, pale creature crouched on all 4s atop the rocks, its fingers long and thin like the roots of a tree. Its skin was hairless and peach-colored, almost glowing under the light. Its head, enormous. 2 large orange eyes stared back, not reflecting the headlights, but glowing softly from within. For a moment, their gazes locked. Then it scurried off into the woods, fast, fluid, disturbingly human. At first, Bill thought it might be an animal, a cat, maybe a dog. But nothing about it made sense. No fur, no tail, a head too large, eyes too far apart. When he got home, his father noticed something was wrong. Bill sat at the kitchen table, pale, shaking. When words failed, he drew what he'd seen. A small, thin creature with an oversized head and long fingers. Less than 2 hours later, another sighting. 15-year-old John Baxter was walking home from his girlfriend's house, cutting through the woods off Miller Hill Road. The night was cool and damp. Up ahead, a figure walked toward him on the dirt road. At first, he thought it was a boy from school. He called out, but it didn't answer. As it neared, John realized it wasn't human. It stopped beside a tree. He stepped closer and saw a creature with long fingers gripping the bark and 2 glowing eyes fixed on him. Terrified, he ran toward Farm Street, and when he looked back, it was gone. The next night, April 22nd, a girl named Abby Brabham was riding with her boyfriend along Springdale Avenue, barely a mile from Bill's sighting. She described a small creature with orange eyes and a large round head sitting directly on its shoulders. No visible mouth or nose. 3 witnesses, 3 separate sightings, all within 48 hours, and all describing the same thing. When the reports hit local papers, the media swarmed the story. Cryptozoologist Lauren Coleman began investigating, interviewing each witness, collecting sketches, and mapping the sightings. He was the one who named it the Dover Demon. Coleman had studied Bigfoot, Mothman, and sea serpents, but this was something new. It didn't match any known folklore or pattern. Whatever it was, it appeared suddenly and vanished just as quickly. Skeptics said it was a deformed animal, a baby moose, maybe a monkey escaped from a lab. But the witnesses never changed their story. The creature's head was too large, its eyes too bright, its skin too smooth, like wet leather. It wasn't a moose. It wasn't a human. And it wasn't from around here. Some folklorists noted that creatures like the Dover Demon appear in old Algonquian legends. Pale, secretive beings living near rocks and streams, avoiding human contact. They spoke of Manajishi or Pukwudgies, small trickster spirits who watched from the trees. Nearly 50 years later, no one has seen the Dover Demon again. The town still looks the same: stone walls, quiet roads, dense woods. Bill Bartlett became an artist. He rarely talks about that night. When he does, his voice softens. He says he knows what he saw, and nothing will ever change it. Dover Demon remains one of the strangest, most specific cryptid sightings in American history. No blurry photos, no hoaxes, just a few frightened witnesses and a mystery that never came back. What was the Dover Demon? A lost animal? A being from another world? Or simply something that wasn't meant to be found? Some say the woods remember what we forget, that the earth itself holds its secrets, whispering them only to those who listen. So if you ever drive through Dover on a rainy night, keep your eyes on the stone walls, because you never know when something might be watching back. And so, another story has been added to the Moonlit Archives. If you enjoyed this tale, subscribe for more mysteries, legends, and forgotten truths, waiting quietly in the dark.